department. It's so great to be here with you guys. Yeah, feel free to ask me anything. It's so nice to meet you.
We're at the Field Museum, and we're on a field trip with schools that we're working with through the CSO-Connect program.
The theme of this year is Curiosity Leads to Empathy.
Each of these classrooms has questions that they're asking that pertain to some area of study in their classrooms this year. Let's go learn something new.
Been studying evolution of cultures, evolution of societies. So they are starting to look at the beginnings of music and then not only how they've changed, but more so the why, the different technologies that were introduced, migration patterns of human beings, and also how nature has played a role in that. I always love these types of projects because it gives more of a reason for why they're learning certain things as opposed to just open up your book and learning it. They're actually experiencing the learning. They just care more about it.
I heard that the orchestra was coming to our school, so I'm really excited to see that.
We are going to be going to many different schools and playing some excerpts that we've memorized from pieces and talking about those pieces for the students.
Later on, we actually get to go back into the schools and work with the kids on a presentation that they're going to create for this final event in May.
This is a really good opportunity to fuse science, history, music, obviously, the arts.
We don't have music in our class. We don't even have arts anymore. We just lost our art teacher this year. So whenever we can get these kind of programs that integrate art is just great because the kids don't get it any other way.
Today we were working on our CSO-Connect project. This is a really cool project that we're doing where we take music, we memorize it, we perform it for kids, but we do a lot more with it. We really explain the music to the kids in a way that goes beyond just talking about the music and words. If Beethoven 5 is kind of like the introduction to Beethoven as a real person, like these ideas change within this piece because he was feeling different things and he wanted to explore this range of emotions. I think the most important thing is to get kids really excited about the music, is to get them excited about classical music and get kids to understand that it's something that's accessible to everybody and everybody can take part in and really enjoy. 1, 2, 3. Really good. Can we try it really soft now? As soft as we possibly can. 1, 2, 3. Good. Now as loud as you can. 1, 2, 3. Great.
That little short musical idea we just played, it's something we call a motif. Beethoven used this motif to make up basically the entire first movement of this symphony.
Beethoven does is connect these musical ideas together to form a bigger piece. Just like we, animals, plants, everything, are made up of individual cells that connect to make living forms.
I really like listening to Beethoven's Fifth when I think about animals like Tyrannosaurus rexes, right? It kind of has a
The kids have been doing these science projects where they have to find a problem, create a solution, and then they're creating a composition that reflects that problem and solution in music. And I really think that hearing the Beethoven and how they talked about the cells expanding into something bigger, I think that that is really going to connect for them.
It was so amazing, like the Beethoven 5 when it was going, it kept repeating throughout the whole song, but it was changing a little bit each one. I feel like we could work on trying to incorporate all these ideas that we just got into the song that we're writing to make it better.
The kids have done the work in science, they've done the work in math, they've started the composition process, and they are now taking their ideas and trying to formulate musical patterns that best show to an audience what they're trying to achieve in their science projects.
This music, it basically represents how bullying affects you in a different type of way. like how emotions and feelings are rushing through your head and how you feel when it's occurring, things like that. I just like to learn more about bullying because it affects a lot of people. And it's not just something that happens in one place, it happens everywhere.
This kind of work is important for the kids because they see the seriousness of it, and everybody takes them very seriously when we do these things. It gives them that self-worth of, I can create something, I can have an idea, I can process it, and I can share it out.
You are an amazing class because you have such insight into human behavior.
Having Yo-Yo Ma listen was, well, at first it was sort of like fear, like, because he's such a great musician, and hearing these amateur pieces of music would be like, wow. But him actually listening to us, being surprised and being so nice, like saying that our music was beautiful, it was great.
Our partnership with the CSO is really special because we are given time with each other as teachers. So we go to Symphony Center and we have meetings and we work together to create a lesson plan, to create a flow for the year, to figure out how can each person bring their own component into it, but also create a whole picture for the kids.
The Civic Fellows are here and we're ready to do a little performing, but we've also been coaching a whole bunch of different children from elementary schools in Chicago on their own performances. So it's their turn to step up on stage and show us their creativity.
Working with the fellows, being exposed to different types of music, all the field trips that they got to go on adds a lot in terms of deepening their understanding of just sort of the interconnectedness of many different facets of life.
I'm really lucky to have had the kind of robust music education that I got when I was young. It's been a really meaningful part of my life, and I think the work that the CSO is doing helps to share some of that with students, though of course there's so much more that should be done for students across the city.
There's so many different cultures in this, and when I see them interacting with each other and showing each other love and kindness and respect, I know that they're already practicing empathy and that they will be fine in the world someday.